Hello my treasures, it's time to use one of my favorite cards in this game's history, Hadronox, in order to build a wall and beat out our opponents with a bunch of huge taunts, while also using probably one of my favorite build around cards, which is Reno Jackson, in order to have some type of self-sustain. But really just because I wanted to do something with Reno again, and it's been a little bit. So let's begin with the Mulligan guide. We are basically going to be looking for cards that will ramp us up, such as Wild Heart Guff or Nourish, cards that will act as early game removal tools, such as All Living Roots or Druid of the Reef. Finally, cards that will either act as a draw card or a pseudo draw card, where we're generating additional early game removal, such as Moonlit Guidance, Planted Evidence, or Wrath. That all being said, let's look at some game. Okay, time for a game against Mage. Most Mage decks seem to be basically the exact same deck, so we probably are going to want to get rid of the two higher cost cards, keeping the Innovate and the Aquatic form. The Colossus minion isn't technically what I want to see, but we do have enough cards to instantly use our Wild Growth this turn if we really feel like it. I think I actually am going to do that. We might as well see if we can get anything off of this, and we're not going to be able to, but let's grab Flipper Friends just to be safe. And then we'll be at 3 mana next turn, but we can't use whatever we top deck. That's still fine though. Okay, they're just going to ping our face, and then we're just going to ping their face. I guess we're just going to do this back and forth for a little bit. We could put down Blade Master. I'm assuming they probably are going to play an important spell. So let's just counter that. Oh, Varden. That's interesting. I'm assuming they thought we were going to have counter a minion, and that actually helps a lot, but we're just going to put down Talion. Oh. Reckless Apprentice, that gets rid of the Divine Shield. That's still fine. I kind of want to try something with Divine Shield and the weapon in Paladin that gains an additional attack whenever you pop a Divine Shield. It's just trying to figure out a way to have an entire board where we can get a bunch of attack with that. Let's use Druid of the Reef. Then let's just kill that and then go face. Our hand isn't looking that good right now. We have a lot of high cost cards. I wish we had Sire. If we had Sire, we'd be in a way better position. Though at the same time, if they have Theatar, we don't really care what they steal out of our hand. Yeah, with about 3 or so more deck videos before the new set comes out, I figure I probably have enough time to do some really memey builds, and we'll see how it ends up. Let's just put this down. I had this one planned out for a little bit because I did know I wanted to do something with Hadronox. Sweave Dungeoneer, going to get 2 1/1s. We can instantly kill that with the Flipper Friends if we really feel like making it next turn. Okay, freezing both of our minions. It's a shame that freeze works through immunity, but it's fine, I guess. Let's see what we can grab. Ooh, a second Hadronox would be real fun. I think Planted Evidence is going to be the better bet for now. I don't really know what I want here. The Natural Causes allows us to get rid of something. Oh, Convoke could be really, really funny. Let's actually, yeah. Convoke is probably what we're going to grab. We're just going to try to kill the 2/1, letting the 2 1/1 stay up. Okay, Deathborn. Better now than later, I guess. Don't have enough mana for the Convoke next turn, which is a little bit of a shame, but can still make it work. Oh, are they actually going to try? Okay, I guess they're not going to kill it. We have a bunch of different opportunities we could do. We put this down, we draw into a minion, and I think the majority of the minions costing 0 would be really, really nice. I'm trying to think of how many low-cost minions I actually have in this deck. Oh, okay, there's the Frozen Touch number 2. Assuming they're going... Oh, never mind. I was going to say maybe they have a second Deathborn in hand. Okay, Wildfire. Our minion. Don't know why you would actually do that. Come on, give us something good. Oh, not the worst. Not the best either, but not the worst. Nightshade is also kind of funny. We're going to use it. Let's cast a random spell. None of these help. I mean, it does count as a Mage. Oh, no, it doesn't. Well, I mean, he incidentally cleared out the board without really trying to. Night Cloak Sanctum. Okay, they're just going to keep trying to go for our face. I really kind of wish I didn't use Kelthus in the Heritage Mage deck that I put out. I mean, if we're going to use Convoke, we might as well use it now. We could actually use it after we drew a card, but I think, of course, it's going to hit their own minion. And, of course, we're going to hit our own minion. Come on, give us something good. I really wanted to make Convoke work when it first came out. It sadly just did not. I might try to use it again once the new set comes out, depending on what other Druid spells we see. I think the first Druid deck I want to do is a Boar Druid deck with the new Unending Swarm. Try to get back a bunch of boars. I think that's what I'm going to try out first when it comes to Druid. Oh. Well, that clears out our board. Aw, that was a card that I would have loved to see. Let's just put down Nixia. Playing that instantly. They have a second Deathborn, then we're shit out of luck, but I hope they don't. We are getting dangerously low. I would love to see a Reno Jackson right about now. Okay, that isn't a second Deathborn. That's actually probably best case scenario for us. They are going to freeze out our board. If we had some way to ramp up quicker, we'd be in a much better position. Come on, give us Reno. Come on, top deck. That isn't Reno. Let's use Mage with the Forge Fiend. Not technically what I want to do, but it does put us out of lethal range, I think. Because they should have 2 Frozen Touches still in their hand. Unless they went through both of the Frozen Touches. I'm just going to assume at this point they have the Frozen Touches from getting additional infuses off. Now the problem here is don't have space to use something like Scales of Onyxia to get rid of everything on their board. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what minion they have in hand for that to be worth it. And it's actually amazing to me that someone's actually running that card in their deck, if they're not trying to do what I was trying to do. Okay, so they did have the 2 Frozen Touches. Okay, we're cleared out on minion space, so we could, in theory, kill the remaining the board. Oh, Theotar's fun. And I thought this was going to give me the highest card in the deck no matter what, which would have been Sire. But everything costs 1, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get rid of everything with the Devourer. I don't think it's going to get much bigger, so we might as well. Let's ramp up a little bit too. Nourish for next turn is perfect. And we also do put 2 minions on board in case they have something like Sire in hand. The Frozen Touch. I'm just lucky that we armored up by a bunch. Nourish gets us 2 mana, so we're at 1. So we're at 6. Hadronox as a top deck is pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Let's get 2 additional mana. We should have probably attacked into the skeleton, but that's fine. We can use Wrath on our own minion. I guess we're not going to. Earth and Scales. Okay, okay. Root of the Plane. I don't think our Hadronox is big enough for me to want to play it, is the reason why we're doing it like this. We could use the last mana on Earth and Scales, but I'm going to be a little bit greedy with it. Magisters. Guarantees Wildfire. Yep. Guarantees card draw. Frozen Touch. And for some reason it doesn't hit their face, and it gives them an additional copy of it in their hand. So they're up to 3. Up to 5 there. Reno would be nice right about now. Not Reno Jackson. Let's just go face. I guess put down Theotar. Let's see what we can grab. Ooh. Go with the Frozen Touch. Guess Spreading Plague because I don't really care too much about that. I'm going to keep the Hadronox for now. I'm gonna armor up some more because I don't trust them not having the damage. Then we can put up a giant orca just to feed into our Hadronox a little bit more. Okay. Maybe giving them a 1-cost spreading plague wasn't the best idea when we just put out a giant board. You should be fine still, right? Well, the Frozen Touch is done. Oh, Italian of their own. And I'm assuming that will either draw into Sire or... I can't think of the name. Althazad. Let's pop that Divine Shield, go face. Put down the Lich King. Kill the 3/3. And just armor up a little bit more. That is fun. Helps out a lot, actually. Though the nice thing about giving them Spreading Plague and them filling up their board is they don't have space for anything either. Oh! Sire. That was a huge Sire, actually. Well, we do have... Oh, hey! It's our good friend, Reno Jackson. Seal up to be safe. Then let's play my favorite card, or one of them. Good old Hadronox. Also, we don't have enough mana to do that, so we're not going to. Okay, they're out of cards. I actually kind of forgot that it would summon the turtle butt instead of the entire turtle, which might be a little bit of a judgment error in including it in the deck, but I don't know, I like that card a lot. I have some really weird and wacky variety and favorite style of decks. I really love a insane spell power deck, but I also like decks like this where you're just building a wall of big taunt minions. Okay, there's the Kel'Thuzad. We're probably going to want to go face. Oh, there's Prince Renethal. Doesn't really do us anything. We're going to go face. I'm pretty sure all of our minions are going to probably be dead from this. At least Hadronox is, so we get a full board again. And then let's just go face. Probably should have buffed up everything, to be honest there. But I wanted to be a little bit greedy with it for some weird reason. Oh shit, a second Sire Denathrius. So that's what they copied very early on in the game. That's actually insane thinking about it. Oh, do we even have any Death Rattles left in the deck? And of course, Guff shows up at the last minute. Okay, we're gonna draw a card. And of course, our Sire shows up at the last minute. Use Scales. Probably should have done this in the opposite order, but it's alright. Then we can do it like this. Let's gain an extra mana crystal. Here is what they still have in hand. Are they going to give up? Okay. Well, I don't think that's going to do enough damage, my friend. That is a lot of frozen touches, though. I'll give you that. And that would have been a lot more frozen touches. Okay, let's just ram ourselves into this, and then go face. And then Brand and Sire for game. Okay, time for a game against Priest. I actually don't man most of this opening hand. We're going to get rid of the School Teacher and Forge Fiend. Ooh, Wild Heart is nice. Well, let's just put up a taunt. They only have 30 HP, which is kind of curious. Thrive in the Shadows doesn't really give us any information. I guess just putting down a taunt minion doesn't really give us information, or them any information either. Okay, so they're going to dredge a spell from the bottom of their deck. Okay, they're Thief Priest. Actually, no, it can't be my list. I don't think I had the dredge spell in my list. Let's just go face again. I know they can out-heal this. For some reason, they are choosing not to, but it's alright. Okay, Wildheart Guff. School Teacher. Nice. Shadow Essence. Oh, it's Big Priest. That was one of the first decks I tried out when stuff rotated back in. I gave up really, really quickly just because, honestly, I don't know what I was doing with the deck. And then I found the Archbishop Benedictus as a real fun card to mess around with. A very Hearthstone-esque card, in my opinion.
What a delightful party.
I guess Druid of the Plains, see what we can get out of their deck. Then this should... Oh, we don't want to instantly kill that. I'm going to save that for later. If it wasn't that, then we would have instantly killed it. But it is, so... Of course they get a second one of it out of that. I'm assuming they don't probably have that many minions. Do we have any way to deal with that currently? We could use the 1-cost spell to try to get something interesting. Miracle Growth categorizes as something interesting. Let's not do what I'm thinking about doing. Oh, we might want to do it just to empty out our hand a little bit, so we don't accidentally burn anything. I think next turn we burn something anyways. We do have Hadronox in hand, so I don't worry about burning that. Reno burning might be really, really bad. Of course they have that card. Well, lucky for us, we can't kill with the 1/1, so... Okay, what do we want to do here? Oh, Living Roots. The horror of losing that. Have a lot of different options. We could just hard drop the Lich King down. Get another body in rotation. Ooh, Forge Fiend is nice. Especially because we can just armor up with the Forge Fiend. I actually don't mind that at all. Doesn't get rid of their minions on board. Curious that they're actually hard running that weapon though. Aww. That ruins our plans. So, do we want to take a Hail Mary and see if we can actually do something, or do we just want to use the Forge Fiend? I think I'm just going to use the Forge Fiend. And then gain additional mana. Their board is looking incredibly, incredibly scary for what it is right now. Okay, the light it burns. Don't know why you would increase the HP on that of all cards. I mean, spreading the buffs isn't really that bad of an idea, but while we're at 8 HP, I think we have a bunch of taunts in this pool. Yeah, 4 taunts. So as long as they don't have a silence, our draw might be better. But let's greed a little bit and then go for the highest cost, because I think that's going to be either, yeah. It was going to either be Sire or Onyxia. One reason why you might want to cut out Onyxia for something else, but I do like the Onyxia as an additional way to basically have a pseudo scales in the deck. The annoying thing about this is I don't think we're dead, but they definitely can get rid of most of our board. By most of our board, I mean most of our board. Though we do have the Devourer in hand for next turn, which is pretty spicy, if I would say so myself. Another General is not what I want to see right now. Let's eat those and then get our wall back up. Really wish we had Sire in hand. Am I going to go for the Mana Crystal again, or do I really want to draw a card? That is the question. Let's just read, I guess. Shame that we didn't really get to use the Lich King in combination with Hadronox, but as long as they don't have a silence, you have a pretty big board right about now. Or no, we don't. It's kind of sad. We have 17 mana. Okay, so there's the second one of that. I'm really curious of why you would be running that card in that deck. Let's just steal this minion. Just get it off of their board and put it on ours. Let's draw 3. Ooh, Sunwell does nothing really right now. Let's just put down Renathul. Try to minimize the fact that... Oh, I did not want to run into a Sylvanas of their own. What are they going to revive? Stupid Yep, okay. Oh, actually not what I thought they would revive. I would have assumed they would have revived the 8/8 that summons an R 8/8. Let's see what we get out of our
Party's over.
throttle. Of course, sire. Reno actually probably would have been the better bet, to be honest. But this does deal with their board. We don't have Sire in hand, which is a bit annoying. We actually had a lot of different possible. Let's grab their Sire. Let's give them Innovate. We got our second Theatar, just in case they steal back their Sire. And let's see what we can randomly generate. Anything good? Nope. Okay, we're gonna burn a card no matter what. As long as it's not Reno, we're fine. We could finish them off with their own Sire, which is kind of funny. Oh, Zyrilla. Oh, that's going to summon a bunch of 8/8s. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but we should be able to deal with it pretty easily. Okay, they have no more minions in deck. Oh, perfect. It actually isn't going to summon a bunch of 8/8s because, oh, I guess it is still going to be a bunch of them. Just not as many as I would have expected. Spirit Flash gets rid of all of our whelps. Fast Reveler does basically nothing. Yep, okay. Big, 21 damage on the Sire. Of course we burn the scales. That is not what I wanted to see. Let's use Theatar, see if we can get anything fun. Sure, let's steal their minion and give them a very small minion. Let's steal their other big minion, Nightshade, just because we can. We could use Neptulon or we could use the Sire. I think Sire gets rid of everything here. Heals us up for full. Gonna give up? Very sad turn you have there, my friend. A little bit too late on that silence. Oh, Reno. I mean, why not? Does nothing, but... Oh, okay, to give up. Okay, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck was pleasantly alright. I ended up with a 45% win rate across the 20 games that I actually played. And while Reno always allows you to run cards that you might not want to normally run in a certain class, I did feel like I missed the opportunity to include a Northshire Farmer in order to get additional Hadronox. Outside of that though, I had a lot of fun trying to figure out what cards to include in the deck and what ones not to. If you're looking for a way to actually use Hadronox in a deck, this is a perfect opportunity to do so, especially if you do like the idea of having Reno Jackson, as this is an all-around really fun deck to play. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.